the fun begins. Let's hope we can get a hog to come in here.
I've used thermal scopes that were not simple like this to operate at night.
Fun to hunt, one of my favorite animals of all times to hunt. I hope you'll join me on the hunt that we're going to be done later on this year.
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life. Hey friends, welcome to A Sportsman's Life. Jeff Rice here. We are going to go try to kill a hog with a spear. The wind is absolutely perfect for the blind that we want to sit in. You have to have it perfect for this situation, so I'm going to sneak out there and get the little road corn, kind of the area from the feeder to the blind, and well, stick with me. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Should be some fun. Absolutely gorgeous evening, probably right around 70 degrees, and anyway, the feeders go off in about 10-15 minutes, so I gotta scoot. So I'm gonna get on down there. I'll meet you in the blind. Okay, now the fun begins. Let's hope we can get a hog to come in here. This is a pretty difficult thing to do. You almost have to get them just about underneath you in order to get a good spear throw on them. So we got the corn laid down on the ground. Wind is absolutely perfect. It couldn't be better. So it's just a waiting game now. So we're gonna wait them out and we're gonna bring it to you here, folks, if we can get on one. So what a gorgeous night. Glad you could join us here on A Sportsman's Life. All right. Time to watch the woods. be a son of a gun. Got a lot of hog activity. It's a matter of getting them close. You know what? It's just getting out here and doing this kind of stuff. If I don't get an opportunity, I don't get an opportunity. But you know what? I had an opportunity to enjoy myself this afternoon. All right, folks. Stay tuned here in our Sportsman's Life. Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter.
Hello, my friends. It's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I'm out here at my little hunting cabin. And I thought it would be a good time to visit with you. You know, I've been an outdoor writer for 42 years now. And I consider part of what I do informing people that read and watch our TV shows and my radio, informing you on things that I've learned. And I've been exposed to thermal scopes a lot. I'm not a thermal scope expert, but I've shot all kind of different thermal scopes. Well, that's what we're going to talk about here a little bit. Now, this is an ATN Thor 320. It's actually an LTV. Very easy to read and operate controls on top. This is a big deal for me. At night, I can easily find these controls and do what I need to do with them. So, CVA, this is a hog rifle in 223. You're gonna think, whoa, that's awful light to be hunting hogs, but most of my hog hunting, friends, is up close, inside 100 yards. This particular scope I've had mounted about 2 weeks. It's brand new to me, but I love everything about it that I've learned thus far. I filmed some, I'm gonna show you a little video of a cat that I filmed it during the daytime, actually. A lot of people think thermal scopes are strictly for night hunting, but you can hunt during the day with them too in many states. Here in Texas where I live, you definitely can. Obviously, you can't use them, you know, after dark, after legal shooting hours, or anything else for that matter, but they're perfectly great for daytime hunting too. Plus you can film your hunts, you know, with these. So that's what I want to talk to you about. This scope here will not break the bank. It's something that anybody can afford, you know. Now, ATN makes more expensive scopes. But this one, if you're going to be hunting hogs like I do a lot, within 125 yards, probably farther than that, honestly, but this scope here is all you really need, to be honest with you. You can film your hunts right through it. Now, pretty soon, Jeff Rice, who's, you know, intricate part of this show, and he puts our shows together. He has a ranch called the Buck and Bass up in East Texas. We're going to take this next, and we're going to film a hog hunt. That'll maybe be in the next show, or maybe the next one, an upcoming show. We have that planned. But that's what I really wanted to tell you about. I've used thermal scopes that were not simple like this to operate at night. I've had some that you have to actually feel around on in the dark in order to make changes, for like switching from black hot to white hot, or to video to start your videos going. This one right here, black hot to white hot, one touch of a button. If you want start your video, one touch of a button. Just see this again, I want to show you this. This you will find on all the ATN scopes, a very simple operation. One shot, zero. So just check them out. There's all kind of videos on the ATN line of thermal scopes and all, but right now I am very much looking forward to putting this thing to work. So watch for a future show, maybe next week, maybe the next. We're going to go out to Jeff's ranch and we're going to put this thing to work. So I hope this helps you. If you're in the market for a thermal, if you don't take anything else away from this little video, you don't have to mortgage the farm to buy one. These are very reasonably priced, and they'll get the job done for you.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American Built, American Strong, the YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
Good morning, sports fans. Bill Carey with Striper Express with your fishing tip this week on A Sportsman's Life. We're going to talk my favorite topwater plugs. It's happening. Ask any fisherman. There's no more fun than topwater fishing. Let's start with this. The all-time favorite, Super Spook, made by Heddon. Walk the dog. Fish blow up. Catch them. I'm going to my best last. This is the Heddon Knucklehead. Jointed topwater, deadly plug, popping plug. Now, of course, the Berkley Chapo. This is bad, bad, bad. We're talking about my number 2 favorite lure. Berkley makes it. It's the Chapo. The competitor is Whopper Plopper. This is a straight retrieve. Easy for people to not have to do what I'm about to show you. My favorite all-time topwater plug on Texoma. The Cotton Cordell 6-inch pencil popper. Just my favorite. You pop this bait vigorously. Pop, pop, pop. Number 1 rule in topwater. Do not set the hook until you feel that fish pull back. Trust me, you know it comes back a lot faster than it goes out. So pop that thing when the fish doesn't catch it in his mouth. I've seen them just center field. But if they miss it, blow up on it. Boom. Tighten your line, twitch it. Just move it a couple inches. Let them hear that. Let them hear that. And then start popping again. Boom, there's your fish. Awesome. Do not set the hook until the fish pulls back. My favorite, Cotton Cordell pencil popper. A few years ago, they came out with a baby brother. I love this bone color. It is something deadly. But there you go. That is my favorite topwater plugs. It is topwater time. So, what do we say around here on A Sportsman's Life? Go catch a fish.
If you're looking for the best way to bring game to the table, check out Vineyard Max Deer Products at vineyardmax.net or find them on Instagram and Facebook.
After 70 years of hunting, spending a lot of years of those as a wildlife biologist, been around knives all my life as a wildlife biologist, as a hunter, part-time taxidermist, taken apart many, many animals. I've used all kinds of knives. None of them really suited me the way I wanted to. That's the reason I finally designed my own knives. These are Larry Weisstein whitetail knives. Each one of them has my signature on them. There are 2 basic styles. This one with kind of a straighter blade. It also comes available without the burr on the back of it, but I happen to like this one a little bit better because it gives me a little bit more of a grip. The other style is a smaller knife, but it too can be used for just about anything that's out there. These are made out of D2 steel. Now, basically what that means is they keep a really good edge, but they're also very easily sharpened. Come with the sheaths, as you see right here, and can be either carried as on the pendulum style or as kind of a cross draw style on your belt. These are available through vineyardmax.net, the website. Just go to their website, look for the Larry Weisstein knives, or you can also go to silverstag.com. They are the people who made the knives for me, made totally here in North America, totally in the USA. So USA made, born, bred, if you will. The knives are available at both those places, vineyardmax.net or silverstag.com. I know you're going to like the knives. This fall, I'm going to be hunting black bear 2 different places. First up in Maine with Randy Flannery at the Wilderness Escape Lodge with a rifle with a R95, a Rossi 4570 shooting Horned D's Lever Evolution, their FTX bullet. And then the second hunt on the Choctaw Hunting Lodge will be during their archery season with a 10-point crossbow. Judging black bears is not something easy. If you never hunted black bear, you hunted them very sparingly, you know that anything that's black, particularly a black bear that walks in, looks absolutely huge. So the first thing I'll look at is if there's a barrel there that he's going next to, I can kind of judge some height. I'll also pick out some spots, and I've kind of made some pre-measurements where they might be walking by a tree or something like that, so I can see how tall that they are relative to that spot. But then the other thing that I look for when that bear comes in, and I don't know how well you can see this, but if you look, there is actually a little crease right up here between the ears. I'm looking for a bear that's wide between the ears, kind of hanging off the side, but then if you look, there's almost like a little crease that shows heavily muscling in that bear's head around the skull. The other thing I look for too is when a bear comes in is I'm looking right here, and I'm looking at where the ankle is. Most female bears have a tendency to be kind of thin and narrow. The older mature boars particularly look like they've got a great big wrist, if you will, in their front legs. They may be a little bit pot-bellied and all that kind of stuff, but it kind of depends upon the season. During the fall, those bears are getting ready for hibernation, or at least getting ready for cold weather, so they're going to be really big. Fun to hunt, one of my favorite animals of all times to hunt. I hope you'll join me on the hunt that we're going to be doing later on this year there in Maine, but also on the Choctaw. Bear hunting, you know it's one of my favorites, but where do you shoot a bear? And a lot of times people tell you, the first thing I do if I'm on a guided hunt, I'll ask, but I know a little bit about the anatomy of a black bear. Now, most people, because we're deer hunters, you would want to shoot that critter right there on the shoulder, but actually the lungs sit back in here. You might just accidentally catch a little bit of the lungs on the front end, but when I'm taking a shot at a broadside bear, I'm gonna come about 5 or 6 inches behind that shoulder right there somewhere, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle of the body in terms of up and down, and try to catch both lungs. Now, if that bear is walking away or coming toward me in a little bit of an angle, I might hit him a little bit right in here, because I want to try to go through the full length of those lungs. So I'll probably hit him just past on the edge of the point of the shoulder. Now, if he's walking away from you and he's got like this, what you want to do is you want to come back here and hit him about right in here somewhere, kind of angling toward that opposite shoulder right in there. But if you put the bullet or an arrow right in here, it'll range forward through both lungs. Black bear hunting, I want to find a bear that's comparably bigger than this one right here. So look forward to catching up with y'all a little bit later. Thank you for joining us here on A Sportsman's Life.
Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke Intex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.